Hello, everybody. I was just looking through this corrupt footage here, like all the ones without a screen, like these here are damaged in some weird way. Um, I don't know what's salvageable in here. Was trying to look through to see where what some of this stuff is. I think this was, oh, I was in Crushbone there. Was doing some of the quests. Most of it's been highlighted. I don't know what most of this stuff is. Like a lot of the later stuff was higher level things, but I've worked on some of these files, but I don't know. I think they're too damaged or whatever happened in the transfer. What's weird is they all worked until I disconnected the drive. I don't know if it was a final write error or really what it was. But I was looking at some of my older files that I had posted years ago that I had backed up. I pulled some of this stuff out just to show some of the hobby work that I would do when I would build these models. But this particular one here, like if you go to a salvage art, it's a car crusher. I had scratch built this for a guy in New York. Let me see. Let me pop this up to full screen here. Not about reposting this video, but all I had was the one photo to go off of. So this is all made out of whatever I had laying around and styrene sheets. Just looking from, I mean, obviously it's not exact, but that's some of that. And I have, let's see, this is probably the finished.
All right, guys.
This is probably the where it was finished. Yeah. Most of this stuff, well, it was finished as far as what I was going to do with it. He wanted it left kind of just built. He was going to detail more and do some final stuff, but I'm just kind of flashing through what I'd built. It's more or less a car crusher. Most of this heavy machinery is painted with like a industrial yellow, but he seemed to be really happy with it. And there was another guy at the time that built him one too. And then
No longer sold, and
I have stereo repair stuff. Like this was I don't know, it was a Sony receiver. I did a video series on this chip here. It was bad. I forget what it was called. Trying to remember. I know it probably says it in the video, but there was also some bad capacitors in it. I'd replaced quite a bit of things in this to get it working again. It like capacitors in the power supply that I'm pointing to here, several of them were bad. And that chip, if you see the mouse, is right at about the top, almost center of the screen. It's some signal processing chip. There was a lot of chirping and pops coming through the speakers. This is a Sony AVR 720 if you wanted to look up the unit. But that's what the front of it. No, it's not a Sony. I'm sorry, it's a Samsung. The other one that I was gonna repost is a Sony that I had gotten working. Somebody had spilled some stuff in it or something. But being it was Christmas, I decided that this 60 Ford Starliner model kit's been re-released. I ordered one of those because I'm gonna build that up. I have one of them that I started working on, but I was missing some parts. It was in a a model lot that I bought years ago. And then I ordered some of these IDE SD card adapters. I have some of the ones that use the compact flash. I ordered some more of those because they make good little boot drives for like a small machine if you just want to do like a specific build for a computer. Like I have plenty of old motherboards laying around that I, use that kind of stuff in. But I was looking at these 3D printers, trying to decide like these are resin printers. I have filament printers. These are a lot higher resolution. Like I was been doing a lot of research on this between the Saturn 3 and the Saturn 4. These are 12K printers. The 10-inch mono LCD bed, they come in color as well, but from what I've read, it looks like most people go with the mono ones. Seems like the print bed lasts longer, but these are they're cured with UV light, and the detail on them is really crisp for like some parts that I would want to print. Nowadays, you can pretty much build anything you want if you want to spend a little bit of money on a printer, I guess. And these aren't terribly expensive nowadays. I mean, they can get expensive. I mean, but I was looking up pictures of the Starliner there on hotrod.com. But I know most people don't show their eBay and all that, but I mostly buy on it anyway. I don't, I used to sell stuff on there, but I don't really mess with it too much. But depending on which thing you order on these printers, I mean, I've seen them as high as $7,000, $8,000. I mean, that's probably more than I'm going to spend just for what I would do with it. But people that print farm or have businesses, I mean, you can send them a file and they'll print whatever you want, I guess. But this one looks pretty nice. I've seen some of the people on YouTube that post about using it. They seem like they're pretty happy with it. I was just trying to familiarize myself with what all would be involved in it. It looks pretty straightforward. The filament printers, where this is a liquid, if you're not familiar with it, the other ones are like a spool. But that's pretty much that. As far as content goes, I was looking through some of this older stuff just to see what I might want to post out of it. I have all kinds of videos, and then on my main desktop, which I'll have working here pretty soon, I've got probably quarter of a terabyte, about 250 gig of video on that from when I was doing stuff in like Project 1999 or wherever. But I posted some of this model stuff. Here's one on dragsters that I build
Hey,
where I build those little men I was showing you about painting. These are what they call slip joint dragsters. The chassis are flexible in them. That's the little man I told you I built. It sits in the car. Some of these were used, or you could restore them if something gets broke on them. But go through that stuff. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. So you all have a good night.